stretch my legs.
Black boy joy, she wanna see the Forbes like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah.
Get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my.
I cannot find something I feel matches my mood. $10 billion man. On the way to 10 billion, I decided that I am going to help create 1,000 millionaires, including myself. And not by being a guru or selling a course, but by doing the things I already love to do every day and documenting my journey to get there. I figure I'll make all the mistakes so you don't have to. My name is Donovan Gray, and this is how I'll turn my life into a living. Ooh, that was clean. That was clean. I don't think I messed up the whole time. That was clean. All right, okay. So like I said earlier, I want to start getting back to weekly podcasts, weekly lives, right? So I have been on the fence about doing like a live versus a podcast, but I still like the lives better personally. I think there's a lot more energy into them. I think the setup isn't as, we have to set up every single time we do it in terms of all the light that we have, the microphone, the teleprompter, all different stuff. I think that the more we scale up the live, then it'll be easier. It'll be easier to kind of just tap it into what we're doing here. But we had already scaled up the podcast to getting all the different lights, to getting the different mics, to getting the mic stand, to getting I think we had 3 lights at one point. The teleprompter, setting that up, connecting it to the television. So we have whatever I'm talking about on the TV for me to read. Like, there's a lot. There's a whole lot. So like I said, I think what we need right now is probably just a mic, and I will probably say some lights. I think other than that, I think we're pretty good on, in terms of quality of the live. And then on me, one thing I have to try and do more of is write down more of what I want to talk about for the podcast, because I was doing it before, but because it got more sporadic because the podcast got a lot more sporadic, I wasn't writing down as much of what I wanted to talk about. Some of the weeks I have been, but I feel like it should be more consistent in terms of how much I write down. Because a lot of things will happen, I don't bring it up, I don't talk about it, I just forget a lot of times. So I feel like writing it down helps me remember the things I want to bring up when I'm talking to y'all. So shout out to y'all for pulling up. So first thing on tap for today is the vlogs. Okay, so I know last week I talked about the vlogs. I talked about how I'm about to get back into it, and we've gotten to a point. It's 7 months. We're in July. It's the 7th month here. I said about 6 months at the beginning of the year. Hey, what's up, princess? You catching us at the live? I kept saying it was gonna be an early live, but it's actually kind of like, it's early, and I feel like it has been in the past. But I want to do it like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what I've been thinking about doing. So I don't know if any of y'all gonna be up, or like I might be at work at 4. I don't know who'll be working at that time. But that has been what I wanted to do. But as I was saying, the vlog. So yeah, I saw I posted a picture on the candle page. Listen, I already edited 2 vlogs completely. All right. Oh, okay. Edited two balloons. We got balloons in here. Is it both ways? Just this way. Two. Okay. Right. So what I want to do is, I know we have the Patreon, right? And y'all know about maybe 2 weeks ago we were deliberating on what we should even have on the Patreon, like what should be on there. So One thing we're gonna have a weekly live on there for sure. Melissa's gonna do the weekly live, um, and then like I said, we had the 2 vlogs. So what we're gonna start doing is, we don't know the amount that we're gonna do, but we're gonna have the vlogs on the Patreon like first, and then release on the YouTube afterwards. So I'm thinking if I would do like maybe 3 on a Patreon, and then or 2, like 3 on a Patreon, and then release the one that we already have, or would I just like put it up and have 2 on the Patreon? Like, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that, but I think I already have 2 edited. I'm gonna post. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post the one that's the 2 that's edited and put them on the Patreon now. Not now, but like this, like in the next couple days. And then every Monday, so I'm gonna release them. I'm gonna release all of the podcast, not the podcast, the vlogs on Mondays. But like I said, before they're live on Monday, they will be available probably 2 weeks in advance, or not 2 weeks in advance, but 2 episodes in advance on the Patreon. And we have about 8 episodes. Like I said, we're back cataloged on those, so I'm gonna try and get all of those out. And then I'm not gonna start vlogging now. As soon as the 8 are finished, that is when I will go back to like vlogging. And I'm kind of excited about vlogging this time because I think we can be more intentional about the vlogs. Before, the strategy was more of like kind of freestyling, kind of fly by, just going with whatever we're doing and kind of recording it, right? But I feel like stop that, move. I feel like I want us to be more intentional about the vlog. I want to have them be higher quality in terms of what we put in them and what we think about in terms of like the whole story of that particular vlog. So I'm kind of excited for that. And I think that we're in a very different position than we were in before, where we're not fighting for our life. Like, every day isn't the end of the world. So it's like, okay, now that we have some breathing room, let's figure out, how we can make the vlogs better, or, boost the candles up, or get the candles out there. What I really want to do is, and I say this all the time, I think that for all the things we want to do, we're normally like 2 months out. Like, everything, if we come up with a plan or an idea that we want to do, it usually takes about 2 months to implement, right? And that's usually between money, time, and things coming up, but it's about 2 months. But what was I gonna say? Was the vlogs? I forgot the other 2, but I don't remember the 2. But either way, so like I said, that's what I want to do. So probably within a month and a half, all the vlogs should be out. Because if I'm editing them, though, that's editing the last 2. Like I said, and we're here, so it's way easier for me to edit in the room, knock them out, done. They are shorter, but they still done 2 back-to-back, day after day. And then if my schedule can stay the way I plan it to be, which would be I probably work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll take off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then those days I would use to edit. We would record the podcast, and then I'm probably not gonna be Melissa's live unless she probably do it herself. Depending on how that goes, I might add my own live in there, but I think that she can handle just doing a live every week. It'll probably be when she makes candles. So I'm thinking right now, Monday would be the podcast. Monday would be the vlog. Tuesday would be the podcast, and Wednesday would be Melissa's live, because I'm figuring she might do it while she's making candles. I think that Wednesday would be a good day to make candles, because Friday is like the busiest. Friday starts the weekend, and that's where the sales really start coming in. So that is what hey, what's up, Tangela? That is what the plan is for this week, or just the weeks going forward. What else we have on tap for today for you guys? Oh, I guess yes. So that's what I was gonna say about the ads in terms of 2 months out. So I want to create ads. I think it's a very big component that we're missing, and I do think I'm good at marketing from that perspective. I've never really done it, but I feel like my personality and my character would be good for an ad, like legitimate. maybe some kind of jokes or something like that. And then also I'll do my research on what is good marketing. But I'm pretty sure I already know. So like one of the things I might do is like, have our candle compared to another candle of the same scent. Maybe go on the street, have people smell them, things like that. That could be a good ad. Maybe showing how it lasts when it's hot outside. That could be a good ad, showing how long it lasts. Just different like fun things like that. And then I also thought about making like kind of little skits and just always kind of having like a little homage in the skit to the candle, something where you guys would know because it's our brand, but people that don't know, but oh, what candle is that? So I'm thinking as a joke. We watched a video today. It was how you are before you get married and after you get married, right? And the girl's on the phone. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to cook for you every day. I love you so much." And then it skipped to when she was married. She was like, "What, you think I'm your slave? I'm not gonna make you breakfast every single day. That's crazy. I'm not doing that." Right? But I feel like if we could find a way to, like, for example, I might say something like, "All I want to do is burn my candle. I don't make you breakfast every day." Something like that. So like I said, y'all would know it's about the candle, but people that's watching it wouldn't know. The line would just be, "All I want to do is burn my do not disturb candle. I don't want to make you breakfast every single day. That's crazy." Right? So things like that. But that's probably like 2 months out, because what I really want to do is I want to put energy right now into the Patreon and growing that, because I think that can actually help us to have the freedom to make more ads and grow the business in different verticals. Right now we pretty much are direct to consumer, right? Like me and you. I sell to you and you, that's it, and you buy. So we have to get in, we talked about this before. Stores, online sales, what else they got? Why are you rubbing on me? Move. Stores, online sales, gifting events or gifting big events, things like that. So right now, first, we already check. We can make money outside. That was the beginning of the year. That was a challenge. Can I just go on the streets and get money? Yes. I do think there's a cap, because I think comfortably I could probably work like 20 something, maybe 20, 21 days, and even then I'm really pushing it. But I think the problem with working that often, there's two issues with working 21 days out the month, right? One problem is that when I work that often, we sell more. But it's not a good sell more. It's kind of an annoying sell more, because you can't really gauge how much you're going to sell. So, like, let's say right now, I might sell, let's say I'm doing 8 room service a weekend. So 3 every single day, right? So I know I could make 10. But then if I'm also working or selling on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I might sell 1 on Monday, nothing on Tuesday, have a spike on Wednesday and sell 3 or 4, and then sell 1 on Thursday. And it's kind of like, it's very hard to manage and gauge that. And then the other problem is having to buy inventory, because we don't have a stockpile of money to be able to just offset it and buy a bunch of inventory. So we're managing everything kind of as we're going. So it's easier if we have a set amount of days I'm working, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can buy inventory ahead of time to manage that, because I feel like it's more consistent in terms of what I'm going to make and what I'm going to sell. So that's kind of how I look at that. And if I worked every single day, that was one part. It's just the inventory management part, and then the selling of the stuff. The other thing is the physical labor of moving the cart around. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that cart, because right now we bring about 100 candles to outside the cell, right? So it's 100 candles plus a table plus a chair plus a generator plus my bag plus perfume, plus ship it, the shopping bags, plus the containers that hold the candles. So I'm guessing it's probably 100 something pounds that I'm dragging around every day, right? And depending on where I'm going, if I'm one of the parks is like 30 minutes away, and then the other one is like 15 minutes away. So it's kind of like I have to drag this 100-pound cart in the sun. I've lost so much weight. I don't know. I think I talked about it a little bit with y'all. But Oh my goodness. So I got the most I think I got up to was like 230. Now for me, that's a lot because my natural weight, like if I'm active, like regularly active, my natural weight is like 180, right? Like that's my okay. I'm eating kind of healthy. I'm doing my natural, my uh, go play basketball sometimes, whatever. I'm probably like 185 ish. So right now I'm 45 pounds over that, or I was. Since I've been going to the park and carrying this cart around in the sun, first of all, this is how crazy it used to be. I would walk out of the storage unit and I would walk to the corner and I could feel the sweat dripping down my back. Like I wouldn't even walk, it was up my back, it was under my stomach, it was dripping down my leg. It was everywhere. So I'm like, that was I couldn't stand it. So it was hot. Now since I've lost weight, I don't sweat as much. I still sweat, just not as much as I did before. So now it is easier for me to walk around. However, that trek is still a lot. So I want to get some type of scooter. I want to get like an electric scooter. I would tie it to the cart and I would just, something like this, just to the park. Honestly, electric scooters probably only run like a couple $100. Let me see if they have one over here on Amazon. Electric scooter. 400, 286, something like this is fine. This would be perfect. I need something like this to just take me, attach it. Ooh, $200, even better. 129, even better. It's electric for 8 years old. That might work for me too. All that needs for me is to attach it to the cart and take me to the park. That's it. That's not. I think these are good prices for that. And I don't need to be charged for a long time because I'm literally only taking it from here to there and back. I'm not taking it outside with me. I'm not going to pick up Melissa. I'm not going shopping with it. It's literally just for that. So these prices aren't that bad. I think this is definitely manageable. I could do something like this. Ooh, how much does this one cost? Oh, that's $339. Ooh, see what about this one? Get the little mobility scooter. I just be chilling in the street like this.
No, it's out of your price range.
It is $800. However, that would be the little joint right there. I'd be real comfortable. It was 145, 158, so it's not bad. So there's another one. Move. So like I said, that's definitely something that I for sure. This was 2 or been down. $85. Let's 6 to 10-year-old. Listen, I could bend down and crouch on this one. So like I said, that's definitely what I want to get. Ooh, this one is not bad either. So, but yes, that's definitely what I am planning on doing at some point. I'm gonna have to get a scooter, but until then, I'm gonna have to be, trekking it out there. The other thing that I've been playing with the idea of is hiring somebody. So we had the girls. It's her first time actually working, like getting paid. She has come to the table before, but she wasn't getting paid then. Now, the first 2 days she was there, amazing. Like she knocked out the park, made a lot of sales. People was following us on Instagram. People having a good time at the tables, great energy. So that was good. It was the first 2 days. The first day she came, she was just random. Second day, like, hey, are you in the area? If you want to pull up, pull up. So she did. So then after that, I'm like, all right, listen, I told y'all this. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hire you. Come on this day and this day, and we'll figure something out. So that was last Saturday. Now those 2 days, terrible. They were terrible days. Now, I think that part of the reason why those days were terrible is because it was holiday weekend. It was July 4th weekend, and everything was just pretty much dead. When I walked from the storage unit, I was gonna go to Washington Square Park, and then when I got there, it was dead. No one was there. So I'm like, let's go somewhere else. I went to a different park, and then I'm like, all right, cool. It's kind of busy over here, but it's still like it was not busy, like to sell busy. Another thing is, for that day, she was there from 1 to 5, I think it was, and I think that when it's really hot outside, it's better for her to be there towards the end of the day when people are getting off work and it's cooler in the day. both those days were super hot. Like they were both crazy hot days. So that's already a bad thing for candles. Not for our candles in terms of like how they're gonna melt or not, but in terms of, I would say this all the time. People see heat or feel heat and don't think candle. That's not the first that comes to their mind. They think anything else. You got water, you want to spray, anything like that is what they think about. So it was that. Then it was also good evening, good evening. It was the heat, 4th of July, and I think it could be probably what she wore, but I don't know. I don't know how much it affected it too much. But when she first came to the table, she had her natural hair out, and then she came to the table the other time, she had her wig on. So I'm going to ask her next time to come without the wig to see if it changes any sales that we get. But like I said, that's not the only variable. It was the heat, the holiday, and the hair. So I feel like those three things could have swayed just the energy at the table. Also, I feel like on Sunday, she wasn't having a very good day. A lot of things were happening to her when she came to the table. There was homeless people yelling at her. There was homeless people coming up to her. There was homeless people in the area just screaming. And there's a lot of stuff going on for her that day. So she was kind of frazzled. So she ended up leaving early on Sunday. But like I said, I'm going to test it out. My goal is to try and test for the whole month. But if I feel like it's too many days of it not going well, I'll say, hey, listen, this is not working out. I think, do something else, but this is not it. And right now I'm paying her $20 an hour. I'm paying her. So the first day was $100, and the second day she only worked for 3 hours, so she got $60. She worked from 1 to 4, 1:30 to 4, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. Yeah. So that's what she did for that time period. So I'm just like, but I do think there's a good possibility we can make a lot of money. And also, it's not even just the money part. I think that I have 3 metrics that I like to track when I'm at the table, at least if she's going to be there. One is how many followers we get on Instagram, right? That's one. Another one is how many pieces of content we can make when we're there. And then number 3 is how many sales we get. It's not necessarily in this order, but those are the 3 most important things that are there. And I want to come up with some type of sheet so that I can rank them. Like, okay, 1 sales is equal to 7 follows on Instagram, something like that. And then 1 piece of content is worth half a sale. Just kind of give them points so that way we can see if what she's doing is helping the table or not. Because if we're paying her $20 an hour, I feel like we should at least be making $60 an hour, right? So I'm like, okay, I feel like that's not that hard. That can either be 2 medium candles an hour or 3 small candles. I feel like it's not very hard. I've had her come to the table and make $120 in 40 minutes. So it's like I've seen drastic changes with her being there, her not being there. So I'm like, okay, give her a couple more chances and see how that goes. But I also want to try different places. So funny enough, hey, what's going on? It's funny enough. I remember the person that that I don't know what to call them. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Just bad energy. That's what I'm gonna call it. Just bad energy. Why does she? And I don't want to say she followed me because I can't say that's what happened. I don't know. Don't know. But why is she now at the other part that I'm at? How'd that happen? Right? I'm not saying she followed me. I'm not saying. I'm just saying it's a very interesting coincidence that she now happens to be at the part that I am now at, that she was never at, that I just started going to. Right? I don't like that. So that's what I'm thinking about, going to different places and seeing kind of where else we can make money at, because I'm pretty sure we can make money outside anywhere. Yes, the same one from before has now went to a different park, a new park that I'm at that she is now decided to go to. And then, interestingly enough, not only did she do that, which I thought was very strange, she was only gonna be there for an hour or 2, and then go back to the old park. Which is, anybody that sells stuff, no, that's a lot to do. To come to a park, set up for several hours, unpack your stuff, go to another park, and then set up again and have to unpack it again and then take it home. Like, that's a lot. So my guess is so I don't even know who put her on, but she might. I had to block her. I'm like, listen, thank you, stalker vibes. I'm like, listen, we're not about to have you pulling up. Because here's my thing, right? This is how I feel about it. I give out a lending hand, right? I'm like, listen, I know these things working for us as in a candle space. If you watch the YouTube channel, I got you. This is what I've learned. Here's free game or whatever, right? The problem came in when she asked me. She knew about this. I said, listen, you setting up right across from me is kind of weird. I'm like, yeah, this whole entire park to set up at, and you want to set up directly across from me. That's weird. She knew that. She asked me the first day. I told her it was weird. She comes back another day, and she decides she wants to set up right across from me, and does not talk to me the whole time because she knows that it's weird. Ever since then, I'm like, I'm not rocking with you, right? Now, also, her brother had came to the table and bought a candle, right? Now, I'm not saying that he the ops. I'm not saying that. Maybe you said that. I ain't say that. I'm just saying that the brother came to the table and bought a candle like several days or maybe like a couple weeks later, right? Now, again, coincidences. These are all coincidences. These are a lot of coincidences, okay? People believe in coincidences. They now have a similar small bag to what we have for our candles that we sell them in, right? Not only do they have a small bag, right? It's black, just like ours. Very small black bag that we have to ship our small candle to sell our small candles in. Now, not only that, we don't have these anymore. So again, coincidence. These are coincidences. They have a velvet bag too. Now, y'all don't know if y'all see. I mean, y'all seen it. Y'all been here for a minute. Y'all know. We had the velvet bags back in the day, right? Not only that, right? They got some branded bags, kind of how our bags are branded. Now, again, let's say I know some of y'all. Oh wait, you in Jamaica? Princess, you in Jamaica? That's crazy. Was it only in Barrow? Was Hurricane only there? Was Hurricane Barrow only in Jamaica? Where else did it go? Went to
Texas.
I feel like Princess is in the South. Oh, you're right. She's in Houston. That's what I thought she was in Texas. Yeah, Melissa's family had went on vacation to it was vacation, but family reunion to Jamaica, and they were in a hotel. The hotel got blown away by the hurricane, but not like blown away, but like blown away. But yes, facts. I didn't know it went to Houston. Ooh, just getting power back now. Ooh. But yeah, so like I said, everybody out there is gonna have bags with their name on it. Everybody's gonna have their own stuff, and that's fine. I don't think everybody does it is copying us. I don't think that. I just think it's very weird when like you're this close to me, and then you start having things you didn't have before that are now very similar to my stuff. That's the only thing that's weird to me. And like I said, we do this, we do the live, we do the podcast, we do the vlog, we do all the other stuff. So obviously, we don't mind talking about what we're doing. But it's like, put your spin to it. Like I would hate to see somebody come up and be like, we have a candle channel where we now, do whatever they're doing. Like the same thing that they're doing. Like I like watching people's candle stuff because I feel like it can be different than what we're doing. So it's fun to see how other people are engaging with their candle business, right? There's so many different things you could do in terms of bags, in terms of candles, in terms of where you want to set up at. You can do mad stuff. So like I said, that to me is why I thought it was weird. I'm trying to think what else happened. She did some other weird stuff too. It's just a lot of weird behavior. Like I said, I don't like the desperate stuff is when it becomes weird to me. Like people want to succeed so bad that they just don't care. That happened when we did. Y'all remember the people from? Oh my God, they were called. what was her name? Shameless Bracelets or uh, Envious Jewelry. It was anxiety bracelets. It was something like that. I don't remember the name of it, but the desperation be dripping off of them. They just be like, that's when we had the game. We were playing the game, and they really came back the next day and was shouting at people like, "We have a game, please come to our table. We have a game, play our game." And I was just like, that's weird behavior. Like, how bad? Again, and maybe I'm wrong for this. Like, how bad do you want to win that you'll steal? So now, right? Here's my mindset when I think about these things. Listen, a lot of people. Now I see you're right. A lot of people learn that later. Like, oh, I tried doing this, it didn't work. I thought if I just played the game, I would just get sales. I thought if I just had lights, I would get sales. And it's like we have to add. Like every iteration that we see, we add it for a reason to get us like one more sale or 1.5 more sale. Not even a sale. Maybe like people now look at the table more. So like, okay, they're now attracted to the table better. So let's build off of that. But one thing I've heard a lot is only from people at the top though. I don't hear nobody who's at our level who's still trying to grind say this. But I have experienced it to some degree, but it's hard even when I'm going through it. People say like, okay, if people are copying you, it means you're doing the right thing. It also means that if people are copying you, that they don't have the full story, so it's not going to help them. And I'm like, sure, that is great. And I would say the same thing too if I was in a position of I don't need to worry about somebody copying me, right? But if you pull up and put a table of candles next to my candles and then sell them cheaper than me, that's going to be kind of annoying. That's what I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. If you want to have candles and put them like over there, that's fine. Nobody's mad. But if I'm here and you want to set up right here, I'm not really feeling that. But I do try to keep in mind that people say that like, okay, they don't have the full stories. They don't really know what's working. They're just trying to copy you. They also, like Nasia said, they don't have any creativity, so they're not going to really get much further. And I personally, this is my belief. But again, don't know if it's true. This is my belief. If someone is copying you, they are already showing they don't have the willpower to actually push through in whatever the endeavor that they're doing is. So it's like, if you have to resort to copying, you're not doing the actual work to build your business. Because your customers will probably say something else. Your customers are probably saying like, I don't need new bags. Like, why is the candle breaking? Like, when I hold it, why does the bottle fall off? Like, I don't understand why it's doing that. Oh, why does the wick break whenever I use, like, they're thinking about that. But you're looking at us like, oh, they getting sales because they got a bag. I'm going to buy a bag too. Like, so that's what I always try to, use as the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, okay, this is not as bad as it seems. It can be better as long as I just keep going and don't worry about them. But it's definitely difficult when you're in it, for sure. What else happened this week? Oh yes. So, in light of all the successful people I have seen, I'll be thinking to myself like, damn, I feel like I used to when I was younger. I feel like I used to be a lot more like that, like more. And I feel like something along the lines happened, and I think I know what it is. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. All right. So, when I was younger, right, I always said I didn't want to be controlled by anybody. So I tried to make it so that, I thought about like, how do people control you, right? And even at every level. And the only way someone can control you is if they have or know something that you like, right? So for me, I told myself to just not care about anything, because if you don't care about anything, you can't be controlled, right? No one can say, oh, I'm gonna sabotage this, or I'm gonna steal this, or I'm gonna say this to you, or I'm gonna call you that name, right? Because if you just go, if I can detach myself from all of that stuff, then I can do whatever I want and not be controlled, right? But however, one thing I've learned is that leaves me in a void of nothingness, which at the time I even realized. I'm like, okay, boom. If I care about nothing, or nothing matters, then I get to choose what matters, right? However, I don't think that is a strong driver of action or a strong catalyst. I think that there is a certain physiological response to a situation that you might need to have to want to work harder, right? And I've tried to suppress that for my entire life, well, at least the last like 10 years or so, where, like, for example, right, let's say, you might remember this, y'all growing up, someone might say to you, oh, you mad thirsty, right? That was a common phrase growing up. I don't really hear it anymore now, and I don't even know what the equivalent would be. But growing up, you don't want to be called thirsty. However, being thirsty is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, again, this is why I look at the other girl and I'm like, I get it. It's still fucked up, but I get it, because it's like you need that desperation, I think, a little bit to push you to do more things. You have to feel uncomfortable to want to do more stuff. I think that's a natural feeling you need to get through the nonsense, right? If everything just feels regular to you, then why would you want to move out of it? You want to stay there. Everything feels content. I remember I used to talk to my friend Hunter. We talk about this all the time, like how being content is like equal to evil. Like we talk about it like that, because the more content you are, the less you want to do. And I've been thinking about it lately in terms of when I was younger. I felt like I definitely was doing a lot of stuff, and I remember I used to cut off friends. I had a friend, and I think he told me this recently. He said I was mean when I was younger, and I feel like I wasn't that. I don't think I was, but I do remember certain conversations I've had with my friends where I remember this one girl I was talking to, and she was a lawyer, and I felt like the conversations I was having with her were like stretching my brain. And I went back to my friend, talked to him the next day, and I was like, bro, I can't even talk to you. Like, no offense, I can talk to you right now, because I'm like, my brain is so far stretched that I, like, talking to you is, I just, it doesn't feel right talking to you. So I have to, like, give me some time, because talking to her, I had to use words and concepts I haven't even really thought about. So I'm like, listen, I just can't. I had other friends where I'm like, listen, you're not really progressing in life. I can't hang out with you, right? And I was a lot more stringent when it came to that. But like I said, one thing that's happened is I've tried to focus on doing a particular thing. So because of that, I don't think about the stuff around it. I'm thinking about just keep focusing on the thing that's right here in front of you. So I'm like, okay. Oh, before I get to that part, I'm just like, yeah, I have friends. I'm like, I can't talk to you. You're not doing enough. I can't talk to this girl. You're not doing enough. I can't hang out with nobody that's not really doing nothing. Like, that's really not going at it. And I think that there was a certain urgency about it when I was younger. What the fuck are you doing? Better not jump up. What are you doing? Move. Don't go over there. Move. There's a certain urgency that comes when I was younger, because you feel like it's almost like you want to know more stuff, and you're trying to understand the world around you. So you're trying to absorb as much information as you can to understand it. I think for me, you get to a certain point where two things happen. You get to a certain point where you're like, okay, I have a grasp of how I'm perceived in the world, and now I can build my worldview around that, right? Like, okay, people view me as a scary person, or they view me as a nice person, or they view me as a whatever kind of person. I'm like, this is how people see me as. Okay, I can now operate in the world. I feel like when you're younger, it's kind of like, I don't even know what I am. I'm trying to create. I want to be a smart person. I want to be a strong person. I want to be in the gym. I want to be good at basketball. Okay. So you're trying to do those things, but I think also you're comparing it to other people. One thing that I've noticed, because I'm with Melissa most of the time, there's no one around me I'm comparing myself to. I'm like, okay, because I was thinking about this, and I don't know how long ago it was. I'm like, I would want to lift weights because I'm playing basketball and someone is bodying me at the court, right? Or I'm in high school and, kids are slap boxing or playing arm wrestling, whatever, and I'm losing. Like, those things would make me want to now go, nah, when I go to school tomorrow, I gotta do my push-ups. Or my friends are like, yo, bro, I did my push-ups last night, I did 100, I do 100 every day. I'm like, damn, how you get your arms like that? They go, yeah, I do pull-ups too, right? But in the pursuit of the one thing that I'm trying to do, those things aren't there. So I'm in my mind, I'm like, they'll come back at some point. That's how I always tell myself. I'm like, at some point it's gonna come back where I have that urgency to do it. But like I said, I think what I've been trying to do is let that uncomfortable feeling out, like let more of it out instead opposed to, just suppressing it. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if y'all understand or that resonates with y'all, but like I said, that's something I've learned. I've seen Mr. Beast is my biggest, like right now in terms of people that is word revere, I guess respect. It'll be him for sure. Like you saw the video I sent you with him,
Which one?
the one with him playing Call of Duty.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna play it on here. Alright, let's see. Okay, here's the video. So this is Mr. Beast, right? My man just hit 300 million subscribers, and this is his video that he posted it talking about it.
I just hit 300.
Okay, look at this.
This is a 200 kill game, and I just hit 300 subscribers, or actually a couple days ago I did, and that's pretty awesome. And I know you're saying, bro, 300 subscribers, that's not that much. I mean, there are people with millions, and compared to other people, no, 300 isn't that much, but for a guy just starting off and videos that aren't even that good, it's pretty freaking awesome. I didn't really think I'd ever even get one subscriber off of YouTube. I know how hard it is to get subscribers, and when you first upload, like, no one ever watches your videos. It's kind of frustrating, and I still don't even get that many people who watch my videos. Anyways, thanks for 300 subs, and I hope you guys keep watching my videos. Now, look at all the kills in this VTOL. Just look at the kill feed right there. That is just crazy. I'm getting triple kills upon triple kills in it. But, anyways, thanks for watching my videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you stay active. This is a 200 kill game, and I just hit 300 subscribers, or actually a couple days ago I did.
So that is Mr. Beast. He just hit 300 million subscribers. What? I don't know how long ago that was. He hit 300 million. Hey, why is it not showing the most recent? Yeah, he's at 300 million subscribers now. And he's probably, this was 11 years ago, and he's probably gonna do $700 million this year off of a majority of different, like, it's so crazy, right? But when you watch his podcast or listen to him talk about it, it did not feel good. Like he was like, he would get 10 out of 10 video and he would cry about the video, right? Now I may feel like that, right? 300 million is crazy, it's insane, and that's just one channel. He has he don't really post on the other ones anymore, but the other ones have like 20, 40, 50 million subscribers on those other channels. But when he would when he would talk about how he would feel so like devastated when the videos would not do well. So as I was saying before, I would not show that because someone could use that to control me, right? And I didn't want that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep all of that in. I'm going to suppress all of that, and I'm just going to just thug it out, right? But a lot of people that have gotten to be successful have that kind of story, right? So I think it's a disservice for me to suppress that emotion or feeling, because I think that part of it is proving other people wrong. I think it helps you to do. I think also it shows your resolve and how much you want something, that you'll still continue to go through all of that. Because he talks about it, in some other video he did, where it's like people said he was a crazy person. All he wanted to do was talk about YouTube when YouTube was not a thing. I don't know if y'all remember YouTube back in the day when it was like you would post on there and it was like 420p and it was just kind of like weird videos and stuff. And he was making videos on there. He just kept making videos and making videos and making videos. He said he wasn't hanging out with no friends, wasn't going out with his family for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. You know, that's what he was saying. It was just him doing YouTube videos. He dropped out of college to do more YouTube videos. He was just nonstop YouTube. And it's like everybody can look back on it and respect it. But if you have a friend right now and every time you say, hey, you want to hang out, they go, nah, I gotta sell these candles. Oh man, you want to come to this? Right. See? Right. Thank Princess knows. Every time you're like, okay, oh, I'm gonna come out to eat with us. Nah, I gotta do this candle thing. Oh man, okay. This is one thing that I've been learning, right? And this is really, I think, this is most things that I feel like I know now. How long it take? That video was 11 years ago. So in 11 years, he got 300 million subscribers. 11 years, 300 million. So most things I feel like I've already come in contact with in terms of like a concept or something like that. Like I've already either experienced it or seen it or whatever. One thing that I realized I have not really grasped is how often you have to say no to something. Because I think, like, of course, you know, you say no to opportunities, you say no to going out with your friends, you say no to going out with your family, right? And it's like, yes, I've done that multiple times. But the part that I think I was missing, right, listen, well, Jeff Bezos had a little bit more money, but Mr. Beast, more or less from what I've seen, built it from scratch. However, I do want to say this because I feel like it's been wiped from the internet, right? At some point, I feel like someone gave him an investment of $50 million. I don't know who it was or where it came from or nothing. I haven't seen it again, but I feel like when he was in 2000 and probably like 18 or 19, someone gave $50 million. And I don't know how much he was making at the time, so it might have been worth it. But it is, I mean, obviously it's worth it now. But that's a big investment. But up until then, he was pretty much grinding and learning and grinding and learning and figuring it out, making shitty YouTube videos that nobody wanted to watch, that were terribly edited, bad concepts, bad themes, subject matter, all of that. But I think what I've been kind of trying to grasp more, something like I said before I didn't really grasp enough, is how often you have to say no to stuff. Because I'm like, okay, I haven't hung out with my mom or my friend in 3 or 4 months. I can see them now. It's been 4 months I haven't seen them. But it's like, well, do you have what you wanted? And it's like, I don't. Then you can't see them. And it's like, damn, that's kind of crazy. And it's like, it's almost like, and that's kind of another thing I battle with, is how much of that do I need to get to where I want to get to, right? Because I'm not there yet. Am I not saying no enough? That could be it. But I could just be a time thing. I just have to wait, you know, just have to wait it out. But like I said, I definitely think it's not saying no enough that I did not grasp in terms of work. Also, another part, I think the amount, I'm gonna say it's saying no, because I was gonna say it's saying no in tandem with doing the work. Because you can say no to going to, that's what I'm saying, it's so much. You can say no to hang out with your friend, but then hang out with your mom, right? You can say no to, I don't know, let's say what you might go, eating food that make you fall asleep. You say no to that, right? But then you have to also use that time to work on whatever you're saying no for. And like I said, those are two things that I feel like I have to definitely grasp more. It's just saying no enough and using that time to work more. Because I feel like time is an investment, obviously, but I don't feel like I look at it enough like that. And the time that you invest then turns into money. Like you have to invest the time. Time turns into a little bit of money. Then you take that little bit of money. Is that a cat? Oh, that's Melissa. And then you turn the time to a little bit of money, a little bit of money to more money. You just keep doing that until you have a big enough snowball. So, these are concepts that I be thinking about throughout the day, and I definitely think I'm getting closer. I'm not there yet. I'm just getting closer to what I want to get to. I feel like, I definitely listen. We gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. I don't want to put anything out there, but we will definitely see how it goes. Anything happened in your week today, though? Just remember. Right. Yeah, cause a lot of people, I think, especially me, it's like you might sacrifice the time, but you have to use the time. Another thing too, I just really think that time allocation is the most important thing, because maybe time and energy, because you still have to learn stuff, and I think that learning stuff is still very valuable. So I think a lot of times people want to do busy work, myself included, and it's trying to figure out what makes money. I kind of use it as like a framework for like a decision making thing. I'm like, okay, will this thing make money? No, then don't do that one. Do the other one's gonna make you money, right? Will this one make you lose money? Okay, that's another option too. Like, make sure you do that one, but also make sure you're doing things that make you make money. What are you gonna say? How's the music coming on?
Why would you ask me that?
What's the update for everybody?
I don't have a.
Oh, I told them that you're gonna be going live every week. So,
Why you told him that?
because that's what you're gonna do. So
Where? Yeah.
wherever you want. You wanna do it outside? You wanna do it in your room?
Wait,
you wanna
live
do it
every
in the
week on what?
on the Patreon or for the Patreon. I told him kind of like what I want to do is, well, I didn't tell you this. We talked about it, but I didn't really say it much. But we want to start having weekly meetings. Me and my beautiful, phenomenal, amazing woman. So, I would prefer, like I said before, that you only make candles once a week. I'm hoping that day is Wednesday every week. So I think we have a lot of inventory right now. So I think it's enough for you to be able to do that. Like we have enough candles made, I feel like, and we also have a lot of like stuff on hand. So I think that those things could be. I think you could make candles every week on Wednesday. I think you can just go live on Wednesday. If you want to do something with them, you want to make some content, you want to show them you making candles, you want to create some images, whatever you want to do.
I don't in the gym on Wednesdays.
Okay.
But
You bring to the gym
it
with you?
would be early Wednesday.
That's fine. Or you can go to the gym with you. You go, hey, I'm in the gym, guys. I'm working out. What is that? It's kind of fun. Looking at dark at first, but what does that mean? What? Okay. I'm trying to think what else. It's like the Patreon, the vlog we got coming out. So like I said, yes. Mondays will be vlogs, Tuesday will be podcast, Wednesday will be live with Melissa. So I'm about to sign out. Let me know if you got any questions. We got another like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna answer any questions y'all got. Anything y'all want to see? What's the vibe for y'all? Anything comes to my mind, I'll bring it up too. But I want to say shout out to Nasia for definitely. I see her do her thing with those candle videos. Like, you're definitely putting in work. So I appreciate that you're watching them. So shout out to you. Make sure I'm subscribed. Let me double check. Be pumping the videos out. You did hear the vlog. You got one. Listen, I got 2 edited right now. 2 edited. I got week 50 and 51, and then next week I'm gonna try and edit some more. I said I'm gonna have them behind the Patreon, and then trust me, it's not boring. I definitely find it interesting to watch. Like I said, it's fun. It's fun to watch. Like I said, it's different perspective for how you go about doing your candles and what your experience is doing different things and certain things that we're like, oh, we've been there. I know what that's like, and new things that we haven't seen before. So it's just like, and that's one thing I always felt even from when I was younger. It's like, if you can find a way to become successful financially, being yourself, that's a win, because the closer you can get to being yourself, the harder it is to be copied. Like, just keep trying to stick to who you are and what you want to do. Don't look at anybody else. Just focus on you. I feel like that's the most valuable thing, because everybody wants to see it because no one has seen it before. Like, I literally have never seen your videos anywhere else. So it's like, it's interesting to see them. Cleveland? Who's in Cleveland? Are you in Cleveland? Where's who's in Cleveland? Us? I'm not in Cleveland. You know somebody in Cleveland? What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Oh, here it is. I am subscribed. Okay. Your thumbnail is 216. Really? Oh, that's probably the episode. The podcast number we're on. It's probably episode 216. Ah, that's funny. You in Cleveland? Shout out to the land. Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out to Cleveland. This is for you. She don't know what that's for. She don't know what that means. She's not hip. Well, I can't wait. Are you from Cleveland? And are you a candle person? You a candle maker? Stay there. Well, guys, that is a wrap for today's podcast. Oh, you used to live in Cleveland. I've been to Cleveland before, maybe once by accident. A lot of people from Turo and Airbnb and when you're doing real estate, trying to hit us up to buy houses out there. But like I said, this is the end of the podcast. Hold on, I got the intro right today, but the outro is damn, what is the outro? How is it? You remember it? I know you remember it. You're trying to tell me. Let's know what tell me the outro. Let me see. I know it was change your environment. But what was the beginning of it? Damn, I cannot remember it. Either way, listen, y'all know what it is. Oh, see, there it goes. Y'all know what it is. Hashtag Bamboo Project 2024. Changing your environment. That's still the motto for this year. So anything I can do. Listen, we got you. We got you. Vlogs coming soon, and they're gonna be better than it was last time. We got you. All right. I'll see y'all next week.